What's up everybody? Today we are going to make gyozas or just pot stickers, dumplings, whatever you want to call it. They are going to be delicious. What I have is some Napa, some shrimp, some pork, ground pork, Potsticker wraps, and some green onions. A lot of people like to use leeks instead of green onions. You can add both, you can add one or the other. But all I had was green onions at the market and I haven't seen any leeks, so I got those instead. And we're going to clean the shrimp. We're going to wash it, devein it, deshell it, and then cut it up and chop it up into small little pieces. I'm going to take it out. We're going to wash it, dump all the shrimp in there. Alright, put that to the side. So, after you wash the shrimp, we're going to deshell it. First step is to take all the shells off because we don't need the shells. We're going to cut it apart. Toss away all the shells and we're going to devein it. I usually like to wash my shrimp again. Throw all the shrimp in here and rinse it. Having some water, rinse this little thing. Alright. Well, I like to use a little paring knife. It has a little hook at the end. It makes it easier to kind of slice through real quick. And then you take up all the poop out. But quickly go through it and toss it away. Go through it real quick. Toss it away. Shrimp done, poop. Chef's knife. So we're going to mince up the little shrimps to small pieces. Okay, wash my hands, wash my knife. All right, so this is the shrimp. That's all minced up and cut up. Once you're cut up all your minced up shrimp, we're gonna take our cabbage that we have, we're gonna wash it, and we're gonna chop it up and mince it up into little pieces. So we're gonna break it apart and wash it. I'm not sure how much I need, but it's easier just to cut it through. So we're gonna wash it first. How I like to cut my Napa, so I go towards the end, I slice it through, this. Okay, we'll leave a little room. So I'll put this to the side. We'll have this container cut it. So everything's going to be mixed into the ground pork and shrimp. So up to you how big of slices you want it. So if you want to taste it more, then you dice it up less. If you want it to taste more cabbage, then you can leave bigger chunks. This is a good chunk for me. And dice it up some more, so you're gonna have as much cabbage as you have ground pork. So we have about a pound of ground pork. So we're gonna have, hopefully we have a pound of cabbage. So put that to the side. Now they have strips. I'm gonna put it one way. You think that's good enough for cabbage? Oops, sorry. This is the amount of cabbage I have. So now that you washed all your cabbage right here, we're gonna add a little salt. So I have a little salt right here. Get a little pinch of salt. I'm gonna throw some salt in here. So when you add a little salt, it creates a little water from the moisture. And once it creates the salt, and we're gonna let it mix a little bit, and we're gonna drain that water out. So we want it as dry as possible so it doesn't get wet when it's mixed into the shrimp and pork. Now that we salted and prepped the cabbage, we're gonna put that to the side. The next thing we're gonna chop is green onions or chives, whatever you have. We're gonna wash it. Keep the rubber bands on it so it makes it easier to chop up. So the first things I don't usually use the ends of the green onions. So I'm gonna toss that away to little tiny pieces. All right. All right. All the way to the end. I usually don't use this part. You can chop it a little bit more, but I usually don't use the stems. You can actually regrow this, repot this into some soil, and it'll grow new green onions later on. So we're gonna put that to the side to regrow and put all this green onions into this bowl. All right. Okay. And wash our hands. All right. Next step is I'm going to put the ground pork into this bowl. So we have all your ground pork in here. It's about a pound worth. 3 tablespoons of water. So we're just gonna mix it in one direction. I'm gonna add some cornstarch to make it stick. A little bit of that in there. Boom. Get a tablespoon of sugar. I do a little pinch. Mix it. Again. It's time to add in the shrimp too to mix. We're gonna make sure the cabbage is drained out of all the water. We're gonna add the cabbage in here. Do a little bit. To add in the green onions in here. It's like, isn't that delicious? I'm gonna add a little bit more salt into this. Get some regular salt right here. Optional, if you need to have a little kick, add some white pepper in it. When I do my wraps, my Potsticker wraps, instead of using water, I like to use an egg to seal the ends. Grab a wrap, got your spoon, put a little bit of meat on there. Make sure you get a little bit of everything. shrimp, cabbage, whatever. Boom, like so. So for me, I like to get a little. All right, turn on some light. That's enough lighting. So what I'm gonna do is add some oil to my pan. I'm gonna add my dumplings into it. Here's the ones I've made so far, the 9 different looks. There you go. And then you fill it up with water to cook the inside of it since it's pork. Fill it up about 2/3 full. Cover it so it can steam the inside and let it cook. So steam it for about 20 minutes and come back and then pan fry it a little bit longer. And there you go, you have yourself some dumplings. So take it off. All right, there's still some water left. You actually don't need that water. So we're gonna dump out this water right here. A little oil on the pan so you can crisp it up again. Take them around over there. Fried dumplings look like when they're done, and delicious.